Hey guys, Nobush today and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak and me giving some impressions how I feel after being, I think, around 5 days with the game, how I feel the game's gone, some of the great parts. It's only one negative thing I'm going to talk about. I think everything else is going to be great, but yeah, we're going to get into it in this video. The best way to start this video might just be saying I play Sunbreak until sunrise. That's how addictive and fun this expansion is. It's fantastic. So this isn't a review, it's just me talking about my feelings about it. This is not scripted. I don't really script most of my videos these days, but yeah, it's just off the top of my head. Firstly, Sunbreak's amazing. Like, the combat is so immersive. I feel so great fighting these new monsters, the new style of the monsters. I haven't fought many new monsters so far. I'm in HR3, so the monsters I've fought is Hermitor, I've fought a Blood Orange Bishaton. I think those might be the only two. Oh, Galagome, I fought him as well. I think those are the three I fought that are new. Some of the newer monsters are in 4, MR4, and some of the rest are in MR3 that I haven't got around to. Sunbreak is another one, which is really cool. The gameplay wise, it's such an improvement over Rise. Like, Rise's gameplay was already fantastic. The issue about Rise's gameplay wasn't, I don't think it was the gameplay itself, it was the difficulty of the monsters, you know, the writing quests, HP pools and so on. And even though some of the HP pools of the earlier monsters in Sunbreak aren't too high, I think it kind of gives people a nice way to get into the actual game, which more starts around MR3. But yeah, the monsters I fought are amazing. Galagome, I love his style, I love his attacks. He's not as fast as I was hoping he'll be, but he's brutal. He gives it when he can, and he has some interesting mechanics and interesting attacks. I do like fighting him. Things like a Blood Orange Bishaton, he gives me a run for my money sometimes. He's such an improvement. Bishaton in general, they've done such a good job in G rank. It's such a changed monster. Just giving him more damage is important, because more Bishaton, he'll hit you a lot, but he didn't do that much damage, so it didn't really mean much. But the fact that now he does damage, and definitely Blood Orange with the range of some of his blast attacks, is really surprising. It got me quite a lot of times. It's really cool. Well, Summoner Camp, a big improvement on Summoner Camp. Like, Summoner Camp was one of the monsters that I love the design, but the fight just wasn't inspirational enough. You know, she didn't do enough damage, which is the most part, like a lot of the base fight monsters. And yeah, sometimes this wasn't fast enough. But now, Summoner Camp, even Summoner Camp from G rank, they're moving faster, they're hitting harder. You know, they're tracking you more. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic what they're doing with the monsters. The armors are cool. I'm loving the armors. I'm loving the weapons. I'm loving crafting them. I've been crafting them as I've been going along, so that's why it's taking me quite a while. I'm still in MR3. I'm gonna keep saying HR3 because I'm just crafting stuff, man. I'm just been making different armors and weapons, testing new stuff. I'm testing out weapons like Surge Slash with the Greysword. Oh my god, so cool. Love it so much. Pretty much all the time using Greysword now, I'm just Surge Slashing and then hunting edging, because I love that move. I'm just using those two. It's great. Lance has got a lot of good buffs. I'm really loving what they've done to Lance. I think it's well improved of what needed to be for Sunbreak, for base Rise. The damage is better, and also I'm not sure you can do this in base Rise or any other monster in the game in world, but you can the guard forward, you can do it going backwards and to the side. So in mid combo you can guard to the side, hit, guard to back hit. It feels really fluid. With the Lance, you can always have your guard up. You can always be attacking. You're always just in the monster's face. I love it. The new switch skill for the guard is pretty cool because it keeps you just in it as well. It's just fast paced. Just keep hitting. I'm liking what they're doing there. Apart from that, other weapons I use. Hammer. Hammer is so good. It's so fun. That spinning combo 3, stage 3. That's whatever it's called. It's so good. So good. Doing that and then switching into courage. Oh my god. Beautiful. I love it. I love courage. I love what they're doing, because courage really allows you to mix up your combat quite a lot, and even works with evasion, so you can like evade backwards, and it's so good. Like, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed with weapons. They've done amazing overall. Now, before I continue with the positives, I just want to talk about one small negative, which has to do with the early game. So early parts of Sunbreak MR1, I guess, can be a bit boring. Hermitor is great to fight. I love the monster, it's good. But apart from him, you know, it's mostly just monsters you've already fought. I'm theorizing this is due to the fact that there isn't many subspecies or new monsters introduced in MR1 and 2. While in MR3 you get a lot more of the new monsters, and you also get the bigger monsters, right? So in MR1 and 2 you'll find the smaller monsters, You know, the monsters are quite easy, you know, fodder basically. Some of them do get bigger improvements, like, or others are almost fucked me up. Like, he hit hard. Tetranodon, Acnosum, oh my god, Acnosum fucked me up so many times. Ugh, Acnosum, I love what they did to Acnosum. Like, she's crazy now. Like, I love it. It's good. But nonetheless, you know, it's a lot of monsters that we already fought on base wise, and you know, the smaller monsters, which may not always be as interesting as some of the bigger monsters, or the mid-tier monsters. So I feel like they did need to add in a bit more mid-tier monsters to the early MR1 and 2. Not too many, but a bit more interesting ones, or maybe subspecies of like Tetranodon or of Acnosum, you know, to mix up a bit more in the early parts, or even Ijuchi, which, to be honest, not many of the base monsters get like subspecies. But then again, I mean, we had like Roggy, Baggy, and all that in 3U. So maybe, I mean, I think that would have been good. I think that would have mixed up a lot. And maybe also some more switch skills to unlock during the first part. I understand I probably want people to understand switch skills, show up and play around with it, but I feel like just having a bit more at the start would be great. But that's pretty much it. Apart from that, like, once you go through it, it's fantastic. It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good. Like, that's the only fault that I've witnessed so far in my playthrough. It's just pretty much that. But yeah, I'm loving the weapons, I'm loving the game style, I'm loving the monsters, like, I'm loving the areas. The Citadel is so good, the music is so good. Oh my gosh, I love just playing in the Citadel, fighting against Gosarag, no armor, just going at it. No armor, of course armor. Just solo, no teammates, no Palico, no Palamute, just going at it. It's crazy. Monster on a Sunbreak with nothing, just you and the monster, is insane, because you can't just, I mean, people, you know, talk about counters, and counters are broken, but there's no way anyone can say that when you're playing single player. Like, the monsters just focus on you, they're just hitting, you're countering that. Okay, I don't have a wild bug. If I use a wild bug now and if I get hit, I'm gonna be fucked, because I'm gonna be on the floor, he's gonna attack with a follow up and I'm dead. The amount of times that happened to me with Gosarag, where he ice blighted me, he hit me, I rifled, and then hit me again, I had no rifle, I had nothing else, and then he came with the slam, I was done. Great, amazing, immersive, I love it. Like, that was the thing. Like, Rise, its gameplay, it can be so immersive. The only issue that some people don't understand was damage, and maybe some of the values on how, you know, fast Y-Bug come back and so on, and the monster's target as well. You know, it's more about that stuff. It's more about the other stuff rather than the actual gameplay stuff. The gameplay, you know, the skills, being able to do more is great. That's amazing. Just ways to, you know, to balance around that is important, and I think they've done a better job in Sunbreak. And yeah, I'm loving playing just myself. It's fantastic. It brings me back to the Try days. In Try, that's what I used to do. In Try, I didn't take my Kayamba and Cha-Cha near the end of the game. When the game was getting easier for me, I just you know, just didn't do that. Went by myself, and I had the time of my life. This monster focused on me, my Lance, just going at it, blocking, hitting. Fantastic game overall. Loving it. I'm loving it so much. Followers are cool. They've done really good stuff. I'm loving how they chat to you, they talk to each other, they have personalities, they have this little card mechanic where they show you like what they're about before you go into the quest. I think that's really cool. It seems like they really want to push, you know, characters more, which I love. I really love that. I mean, in base Rise, you had the characters, they were really cool characters. I like the characters a lot. I like the premise of the characters a lot, but you know, they're not really involved in the story at all. But in Sunbreak now, they definitely are. You can actually see them because they're hunting with you in quests. You're going in quests with them, their dialogue, their stories, their backgrounds. Great stuff. I'm loving followers. I would love to see NPCs staying for the future for Monster Hunter. I think this is a big improvement, and I think it needs to stay onwards or for further games. What else is there for me to talk about? Dongos are cool. The new Dango mechanic is cool, although Dongo ticket kind of trivializes it, because since you can always get 100%, and it's too easy to get Dongo tickets. Talismans, I like how they fixed the talismans. You can lock talismans now, so I can just rebirth all of the ones that I don't want, and now I have like 2 pages of talismans, which is great. Clean them up nicely. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for now. I guess going into the future, I'm interested to see, you know, where the rest of the game goes. I'm interested to see where the game goes after that. You know, where we're going to be when it comes to post-release content. It seems going to be great. Event quests as well. Hopefully, they're going to be great. Like, Sunbreak is looking like it's going to be the best monster in the game for me, at least. I think it's fantastic. I think it's going to be the best monster game overall. It might not fit some people's preference in combat. I think you need to be understanding that this isn't the old Monster Hunter. This is more like GU, Frontier, you know, the more experimental, the more for me, the more interesting. That's the way I'm gonna say it. The more interesting for me, at least. Maybe not for everyone, because I do like flashy stuff. I do like things to be cool. Of course, balancing is important on top of that, and that was a problem with Base Rise, but they did do really good in the balancing. I really liked what I saw on the list. We did a video, you know, you can check that one down below. I'll leave it in the comments. But yeah, fantastic stuff. The last thing I want to talk about is I saw some people's complaints about. I mean, I don't know about endgame yet or anything like that, but some weird thing about someone saying that killing monsters are too easy at endgame, blah blah, it's too easy. And I'm thinking, bruv, like, what? I can't think of a game apart from GU, Deviants, EXs, where time was a problem. Like, never. I'm just thinking about to find arc tempered, at least in high rank, because Iceborne I didn't do much Iceborne. But arc tempereds in world took me about 18 minutes, 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long. In GU EXs, yeah, sometimes they took me up to like the whole 50 minutes if they were that hard. If I was using gun lance, never again. If I was using lance, it's more like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, yeah, around that 30 to 20 minutes range, because those are EXs. Those are literally the pinnacle of endgame. But some people are saying that it was just one person. It was just weird, and they're saying that monsters should take much longer, you know, you should be using the whole 50 minutes. I'm like, bruv, like, that's never been a thing. There's only 2 games ever where I've needed to actually worry about time, and that was in certain scenarios, like I said, EXs in GU, and back in 3U, those event quests like Stygians and Ogre or Ivy Lagros, where you'll find monsters that are buffed up for 4 people already, and then they're buffed up again because it's an event quest. That's the only time I ever had difficulty with time. Apart from that, I can't think of a single game where time ever mattered at all. But that doesn't mean I don't think that should happen. Maybe some quests, similar to EXs and stuff like that, would lead to that. But that's a whole topic for another day. But yeah, I think some of that criticism is just falls flat, because it's just based on. I mean, unless the person is let's say a bad player, and well, he was a bad player, and in memory that's how long it took compared to now. I don't know, I can't say, but that's what it seems like to me. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of just rambling, I'm just everywhere. If I was going to score something out of 10, I would come in at a sweet 9.7. It's looking fantastic. I need to see the rest. I need to see the post game. I need to see the end game. Can't wait, guys. I can't wait to get into this. But yeah, that's it for me, Nova Bushido, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.